somewhere in the world and is walking. And today, he's talking to you. I'm Laura, and this is Walk and Talk with Dan Watkins.
Hey everybody, so I'm just walking around in Lehigh before I go into my next meeting, and I wanted to share just kind of a personal thing that had a pretty big impact on my son and me yesterday. So he had just had a pretty cool rite of passage and in the faith that I'm part of. And first thing is I chose to go in and spend a lot of time with him alone afterwards, just asking him how I felt about it. And as we were just kind of sitting there and talking, something kind of hit me really, really hard, which was, oh my gosh, I've got no idea on what the right answer is for sure and how to be the best dad for Ethan. And I've got 6 kids. Some of you know this, some of you don't. But so my story real quickly on the kids. So I've got my oldest son, who is my stepson, came with my second marriage. He's in college. Then I've got 5 kids that came from my first marriage. And 2 were born naturally. 1 was adopted and then really wanted more kids, but it wasn't safe physically to go do. So we did gestational carrying our genetics in 2 separate women at the same time. That's how the twins came to be. Well, as I've really invested this latter part of my life into being the dad that I want to be, constantly reading books, I'm studying, I'm asking the kids what I can do better. How do they know that I love them? Different things like that. But I tried something yesterday that had a pretty big breakthrough for Ethan and me. And basically what I shared with him is, and now he's 16, so he's not a little kid. He's almost 17, actually, turned 17 in just a little over a week. And what I shared with him is like, Ethan, something I want to share with you. And it's not easy for me because maybe you'll even argue with me more now. But I want you to know, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never been a dad before. This is the first, not only lifetime I've ever been a dad, you're my first biological son. Every phase that we go through in this age, like, I don't know always what the right answer is. I don't know the best way for you as you're out there dating girls. I don't know the best way for you to study. I don't know the best way for you to enjoy physical fitness. And it kind of opened up this conversation. The reason why I felt that it was important to share with him yesterday is there's been so much going on where as a dad, it's like I just get tweaked or I'll get a little irritated or a lot irritated because he's not doing things the way that I would hope. And then literally yesterday, as I'm sitting there thinking about it, I'm just going, you know what? I wasn't an easy teenager. Made lots of decisions my parents didn't like. Did things lots of different ways than they would have wanted. But in the end, it turned out, I'm happy with how I turned out. And so I was just thinking, I want to have this conversation with my son to share with him that I don't know it all. And I'm okay if he pushes, and it basically opened up the door for, I'm okay for you to push back and saying like, Dad, that doesn't work for me. And here's why. And so it kind of led into that conversation where I was like, Ethan, look, I just want what's best for you. I want to be a freaking good dad, and I want you to turn out incredibly well. I don't know all the answers, but I'm going to give you the best advice that I possibly can, but I'm kind of giving you the card to be able to go and say, Dad, that's not working for me. That's not the way that I want to go in and learn. And it was one of the best afternoons that I could have had with Ethan, or even going into the evening. What was even cooler is that night. So a lot of times at night, we'll kind of wrap things up and then he just hurries and goes downstairs. Part of that is because he does his homework at night. But part of that is he's just going to go do his own thing. Well, he was looking for me to spend even extra time. And so it was a big win for me, especially after we'd gone what felt like a few weeks now of disagreeing and arguing about different things. And it was a breakthrough that I just wanted to share with all of you. Give your kids the opportunity to hear you don't know it all. You're trying your freaking best. You're going to do everything you can to love them, help them, and get there. But that they've got the ability to tell you it's not working for them, and that you'll then take that feedback and go get even better.
If this hit home, send it to another parent who needed to hear it today. Drop a comment and let us know how you handle those moments with your kids. This podcast is brought to you by Databased, your partner in building revenue teams that actually perform.